Are you still there, Fizek?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone there? Hello?
All right. I see it on my end. Let's wait for the chat to catch up. Yep.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh, this could be trouble, and it can't be handled by Longshanks, and Foe will beat it out.
Ooh.
And the High Rollers will have the bases loaded for Blind Ollie. Ollie is going to get that one down, and the High Rollers will lead. Another one's going to come home the throw, not in time.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. King Kush can't get it done there. Makeup call.
This one is into right, and that one is gone. Vic Turnpike turning it up here in the Epic Conference Finals, his second home run of the night, and the High Rollers have broken it open 5-0.
Well, I mean, talk about a tale of two streams. Literally. Before we came in, it was just runners on first and second, and now it's 5-0.
Well, I guess it would be. I never stop streaming, but I guess that there will be 2 VODs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just imagining someone who was watching went away, and they have to reload the stream, and then they come back, and it's 5-0 High Rollers.
Unicorn's offense has to wake up here. Have not had a whole lot of success this series. 2 runs in game 1, 5 runs in game 2, and then only 3 runs in game 3. And that one is over the head of Turnpike. Oh, but the runner, is just going to get under there. Here's Gerald Davis. A chance for him. Dub Mars no longer locked in. First pitch swinging, flies this one into right. Evans is under it. He'll make the catch for round number 1.
And then flash forward to season 6. We had 4 managers enter, of which 2 of them are still managing. And then we only had the 1 manager enter this season. And they will be, we counted this season as managing for running for the overdrafts.
3-1 to Bree. Bree up the middle off the glove of Mars. The throw is in time. A good play by Wooly to get the out, but both runners in scoring position now for Moose Shaw.
Huge out there.
But a huge second out, and Moose Shaw on the first pitch flies this one out to left, and Longstop will be there to make the catch for round number 3, and the Unicorn stranded a couple more as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Interesting. We had 9 managers, technically 10 if you count the Lumberjacks as 2 different ones, enter in season 4, and all but 2 are still managing.
Here's Longstop. Longshank still tense after giving up those 5 earned last inning. And Longshanks rings up Longstop there, 2 away. Brings us back to Piston Omen.
Interestingly enough, we're going to have to make another tab for running, as that's going to be... Oh, wow. Nice to beat that out there by Omen, bringing up Wooly. Josh so far is the only manager, but we have to have 2 different categories for him. So we'll have to have 2 different categories for running. So his 1 stint as overdrafts will have to move to the bottom.
And that will be a walk for Wally Wooly. And that will bring up max range. And that will do it for Longshanks. He can't get out of the fourth. And in comes Trevor Belmont.
Assistant general managers don't get any credit for anything.
Oh, Hadman!
Oh, Hadman!
With a diving stop to end the inning. We go to the top of the fifth, still a 5-0 ball game.
Well, Marge, I would point out that we have only had one and done manager since season 3.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 26.
Decent contact there, but foul from Hatman. 0 for 1 so far. Off the glove of Mars, but a decent bounce, and Woolley will do it again.
Oh.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 13. Up the plate.
And that one will find the dirt.
Inside. Strike. That's up. Ball 4, take your base. Now batting.
Odor will take a walk to bring up Woody Walker. Iron Balls needs to do something here to try and get this offense kickstart for the Unicorns.
Needs to take some of that magic he had with the retrievers and bring it here.
Gets that one into left, a base hit for him. That puts 2 on, 2 out here for the Unicorns in the top of the fifth. And an active RBI man for King Kush. So a big opportunity here for the Unicorns with honest MVP candidate at the plate. And he connects that one up the middle. Runner will round third, head for home, and the Unicorns are on the board 5-1.
Runner at second thought about going to third. That would have been a very bad move. That puts runners on for fit flop here.
But Flot 2 for 2, a strong batter in her own right. That one runs inside, 2-1. This one is into right, flirting with the pole, and it's gone! Flip-flop with a 3-run shot, and it's a 1-run game.
Unicorns are not going down without a fight. They've had to rely off their pitching for most of this season, and they come in here and they finally say, we're going to have to do it with the bats.
Dubmar is now tense after allowing those 4 runs. Trying to get the final out here of the fifth. But he will pop this one up into center field. And who else but Wally Woolley will make the catch for round number 3. So Unicorns draw within 1 as we head to the bottom of the fifth in a 5-4 ball game. Faux Ollie and Turnpike due up. Let's see if Belmont can have a better outing here in game 4 than he had in game 3. He did all right, but still gave up, I think, about 2 or 3 earned runs in 3 innings and does not have that kind of margin of error here with Unicorns facing elimination.
Oh, what?
And what?
No. Blind Ollie. Blind Ollie. Find your way back to the bag, please.
Did that?
You do not have the speed to go
Hold
to
on.
second from there, Blind Ollie.
That didn't count as an error either.
No. There was no
Something
exclamation
like that
point.
happened last night where it was Gage Deputy. It hits her square in the glove, but the game doesn't give us like the error noise or like the percent chance of it happening thing. Like just dead silence. Like so weird these last couple of nights. Like hits her dead in the glove and it's just like whatever. But I've never seen it consistently not do like the exclamation point Guitar Strum Fitness, who just got hurt. Carlita Beltran stubbed her toe. I don't think that's going to be a long-term thing.
I can look it up real quick.
I don't think that... I'm going to guess that that doesn't have duration beyond the game it occurred in.
Correct.
Stub toe, nothing, shake some dirt on it. She'll be fine. Base is loaded again for the High Rollers. And here's Alex Longstop. A chance for the High Rollers to get some of these runs back that they gave up. First pitch low.
Especially with how good Beltran has been this series, that would have been a huge loss. But they're going to look to try and close it out here, honestly. If you could get a lot of runs in this inning. Oh,
Popped it
no.
up. And that should bring the inning to a close as Mushaw makes the catch for out number 3. And the Unicorns keep the deficit at 1 as we go to the top of the 6th. A huge sequence there by Belmont, but here comes Tipsy Reynolds trying to get the last 12 outs to send her team to the Super Series, and here's one of them.
And off the first pitch as well, the Unicorns have got to get more pitches through her.
I think we've only seen Reynolds do bad one time in this postseason. That second game against the Stingers, she got rocked pretty hard. But ever since that, she has been absolutely fantastic. That's a dribbler up the middle, but Wally Woolley will have plenty of time to get to that. Slow is Mushaw, and that's going to be out number 2. And here is Haggy Porterhouse.
0 for 2 intense. Already down 0-2. Just the 9th pitch for Reynolds.
But he connects with that one and puts it into center. A 2-out single for him, and he gets the mojo back and brings us to Alex Hatman.
Alex Hatman, he's a streaker, man. He will have fantastic bouts of at-bats and defensive performances, and then will just absolutely crap the bed. Unicorns need him to do something special here, especially with that power.
And he's going to have a seeing eye single through the left side of the infield, just out of the reach of Vic Turnpike and Blind Dolly. And that brings us back to the top of the order, and Jose Odor, the tying run in scoring position 180 feet away. Oh, almost hits Odor there. 2-0 the count. Swings through that one, 2-1. That one's called to the top of the zone, 2-2. The payoff pitch from Reynolds popped up just into the outfield, just behind the dirt for Vic Turnpike. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. A huge out there as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Unicorns turned away.
They got to the top of the order, but they just couldn't do anything with it.
First into right is Omen, but Kush making the charge, one away. That's up the middle. That's going to be a 1-out single.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 89.
And that's going to get by the glove of Porterhouse. 2 men aboard for the High Rollers now.
And it's sneaky the way they do it, too. They're just able to just find a way to get through.
Break. Ball high.
3-1 to Becky Foe. Finds his own there, and the count is full. Into right center, tracking that one is Bree. She'll make the catch for out number 2. Runner will tag to put runners at the corners for blind Ollie.
Oh, I just realized if the Unicorns lose here, as they get out of the bottom of the 6, the dream of a all Shaka Super Series is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so conflicted now.
Down the third baseline, and that will stay fair. Leadoff runner board on for the Unicorns. And here is King Kush.
Oh, all the team storylines. If it was all a
Runner's going, and I think that's going to be a mistake as he gets tug out there. Iron Ball's not fast enough to beat Beltran's arm. They're trying to get Kush's RBI man active, but it comes with an out instead as Kush puts this one into right, or into center, excuse me, and he'll be aboard.
Iron Balls had the dragon before he could get to second. Oh man, I lost what I was gonna say about the. It was about the Shaka. The idea of a Shaka. Oh, throw out all of like the team stories and stuff. The real story would be Shaka from being banned to being the singular home of the Season 7 Super Series.
Full count here to Trey flip-flop, and she will draw a walk, so that's going to put 2 aboard for the Unicorns. And here is Gerald Davis. Tie and run in scoring position with a ton of speed. A base hit most likely ties things up. Max range! And he won't just come short of doubling up. King Kush at second. Range has had himself a defensive playoff run to remember. Definitely saves a run there, if not 2, because that was going to get into the corner. And it's a 2-2 count to Breezy Bree. Swing and a miss! Bree gets rung up there, and the side is retired, and we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Wow. It's just staying alive. I mean, this game is razor thin margins.
Here's Beltran with her first plate appearance after stubbing her toe. She seems all right. And she proves that she's all right and blasting this one into left center and giving the High Rollers a 2-run lead.
Second tier upper deck shot, 454. I think her toe is gonna be fine.
Make a name for yourself, Carlita Beltran. The rookie making a name for herself here in the Epic Conference Finals. Carlito Beltran.
Oh no. The birth of a meme. Well, that trade's looking pretty good.
And Evans bloops one into center.
Donut, who did you have at catcher before?
Arcane Uptown.
And is Uptown still with the team?
Yes. She pinched hit in the Bombers series. She got the rally going in the 8th inning that eventually won them the game in Game 3.
It's interesting that Uptown is still on the team, but when, because didn't Colton, oh no, Colton King came in for Woolley, that's right. Colton King's been a little bit of a journeyman in the league. Nowhere near Ferrari type journeyman, but
some point, Belmont's going to get pulled here. You'd have to imagine. There it is. Chesley Hickman coming in, trying to get the final out of the 7th.
Keep it at 2.
You've got to. Hard hit ball, but foul. Hops it up, and it looks like it will stay at 2. As Hickman makes the catch for out number 3, Carlita Beltran pushing it 6-4 as the Unicorns only have 6 outs remaining. They need 2 to try and tie things up here. And Moose Shaw to lead things off. Reynolds not as dominant, but still an excellent performance. 4 hits through 2 innings, a walk and a strikeout. But strikes out Moose Shaw, 1 away.
I think maybe it's just the bias of a 14-game season where the differences seem a lot larger than they actually are. But this entire season, it was Unicorns, Bombers, Unicorns, Bombers. And the High Rollers, I mean, they took a game off of you, right? And then also were able to win a tough series 2-1. Like, the High Rollers have always been present. G-Baby Evans with a sliding grab there. And I think we sort of got caught up and forgot that the High Rollers have always been a constant, and very clearly the differences between these teams are not that far off. But I mean, it just also just goes to show how intensive your division is specifically.
And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. High Rollers looking to pad the insurance here. Hickman trying to keep it at a 2-run deficit.
I'm a little sad. Like, I'm not supposed to show a bias here, but I don't know if I'll ever have the chance to do an All Shaka Super Series. Like, the Unicorns, I'm sure will have the chance, but I'm just not convinced the Vikings past the season will be able to make it, especially given the status of the heroic. And so, our one chance for an All Shaka Super Series. I mean, we'll see what the Unicorns can do in the top of the inning, but they've got to limit the damage here first. No, High Rollers have never been to a Super Series. The High Rollers have made it to 2 conference finals and a divisional.
This is their 3rd conference finals.
They have been to 3 conference finals and a divisional. I mean, think about that, though. Making the conference finals 3 of 4 seasons. I mean, even the Lumberjacks have only made a conference final twice in the past 4 seasons. In fact, I don't know if there's another team that has been to as many conference finals in the past 4 seasons.
Probably not.
Bombers only twice.
Serpents twice.
Moonshots once.
Skulls might have been in 2.
Skulls have only been to one postseason in the past 4 seasons, and that was the year they won the Super Series.
Oh. Only 2 more outs here. Woody Walker grounded to the third base line. Oh, it eats up max range a bit.
Stand first.
Walker will be aboard. One swing
Don't
baseball
steal.
now for King Kush. He's 3 for 4 tonight. And it's a 3-0 count to Kush. He swings at that, and that might do it! The game is over! The High Rollers are your Epic Conference champions!
Mind-boggling. I mean, first we have to say congratulations to Elder for a really, really fantastic season. Has to be said. Earning 51 total games as a manager, making postseason for the first time as a manager. Unicorns making postseason for the first time since season 3. So a huge shout out to the Unicorns. This is not the last that we're going to see of them, but the High Rollers, 3 conference finals in the past 4 seasons. They've made it every single year to the postseason, have never tasted a Super Series, and for the first time in league history, Red Rock is going to host a Super Series game.
King Kush had it 3-0 and decided to swing a rookie mistake, and that does it for the Unicorn season. 6 for the High Rollers. Take the Epic Conference Finals, winning the last 3 games in a row.
The High Rollers, for the first time this postseason, do not go to a penultimate game.
12 hits for the Corns, a much different outing for them offensively, but only 4 runs. Odor 0 for 4 at the leadoff, but the next 3 behind him all combining for 3 hits. 3 of the 9 from the 2, 3, 4. 13 hits for the High Rollers. Turnpike with that 3-run home run. Carlita Beltran with the home run as well. We'll go look at the pitching. Archibald Longshanks with the loss. Those 5 earned through 3 2/3. Trevor Belmont with an earned run through 3, and Hickman no earned through 1 1/3. Dub Mars gets the win, 4 earned through 5, and Tipsy Reynolds gets the final 12 outs of the game. And she, without your doubt, is, not on the board here, but your MVP for the postseason for the High Rollers right now.
And with that win, Donut Boy has now won 15 games in the postseason. So congratulations, Donut, for reaching that milestone. All right, well then we've already had one upstart team lose out. Now it's the Gauchos who are against the wall, and Vikings High Rollers was not a Super Series that we would expect, and the Vikings are 1 game away from doing that. Ooh, Cartman. I didn't realize what Cartman's stats were. Barnstormer's pretty decent. But I did not realize what Cartman's stats were. Oh my goodness. This will be a battle.
Yep, that's why I was saying Game 3 for the Gauchos was really a must-win, knowing what Cartman was. It's a tall hill to climb for the Gauchos, but we'll see what they have left in the tank here, facing off against Bert Barnstormer. The Season 2 draft pick by the Vikings organization has wrote it out here ever since.
Season 2.
And that's going to be a grounder past the first base bag. Miranda Biscuit will be aboard with a leadoff single.
Take a look at the Vikings. You were mentioning their seasons before. Driver, Nunez, McMaster, Hatmore, Marshall, French, George, Woodward, Barnstormer, all Season 2.
Wow.
So
Liam Season 6, Miyuki Season 5, Deputy and Weeb Season 4, Reed and Fry Shack, Spencer Reed and Fry Shack Season 6. So this is it for them. This is it. I don't think anyone's gonna try and correct me here in saying that this is the season for them if they want to win a Super Series, because guess what? As the plenty of time to get the runner out. Minshew's Season 4. Because that one's gonna be extra bases there. Stop it, game. I'm trying to set the tone here. Minshew Season 4, Holiday Season 5, Chestnut Season 7, Hot Mike Season 4, nobody else younger than that in their entire organization. The pitching falls off here.
Yeah. Marge jogged my memory on something. I feel like there's a Unicorn's Curse in series held at Red Rock Plaza because Red Rock was where the Unicorns fell to the Beewolves in the Super Sim Classic. So some interesting lore to be held there. Unicorns can't get things done in Red Rock, apparently.
How did the Unicorns do against the Stingers this season?
They lost to them the one game they played at Red Rock.
No.
They did beat the High Rollers in the regular season there, but in the games they played in Red Rock this year, they went 1-4.
Puppet saying, how do you remember this?
Puppet, this is just how my brain works. I store just useless garbage sports information in my brain. And anything more important than that just falls out, just gets tossed away. But just random garbage of things that no one else even knows about. Just 20 people in this little group know about, but it's in my brain.
Well, I will say, Marge, one thing to consider is that, yes, that is true. It's RNG, but also, even with, like, and yes, very small sample size, but, I mean, why do any of us even play the league, you know? It's because it's RNG, but it's also because we hope to put ourselves in the best position, although it is, at the end of the day, a lottery ticket.
And thank you, Marge, for calling out the bullshit that the Bombers endured in the minors playoffs, losing to 8 Ryzen pitchers and 7 Ryzen batters in back-to-back rounds. Not that I'm bitter.
No, I mean, the tone of your voice is really just someone of that is not bitter about it at all.
After going 8-0 as well, like clean sweep of the regular season. Had tied the major league in had a share of the best record in both majors and minors and didn't get out of the second round in either.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Base is loaded for the Vikings, but this is a dribbler to second. Yoshida will get it to Banger in time for round number 3, and nothing happens, and we go to the top of the second.
That's why me personally as a manager, I always just follow like the idea of establishing lore. Like the idea for me that I traded Brock Hansen after spending every season for 6.5 seasons with the Dragons to get shipped to the overdrafts and not even have a chance in like really your last season of relevance to win a Super Series.
Puppet, you may not know this right now, but I just curious, like off the cuff, what your plan might be next year. Like you've had like your entire draft this last season, you know, Buns and Slowitz and Bell Nades and all that jazz down in the minors this year. Is that going to be a straight call up next year, or are they still going to stay another season down below? Or is it some up, some stay down? They're coming up. Very well. Grounded to first. Deputy will have it. Steps on the bag. Runner will advance to third.
That'll be interesting because that's really going to be the Moonshots versus Retrievers in that division because it's the overdrafts and then a new team will be in there. And I mean, I'll tell you what, Lumberjacks are going to win the Legends because it's Knights, Lumberjacks, Vikings, and then a new team.
Full count here to Theo Thunder. He pops this one up into the left. That might be deep enough for the runner to tag. Williams does have a good arm, though. The throw to the plate is not in time. And the Gauchos strike first here in Game 4 of the Heroic Conference Finals.
That was a gun, too.
A very close play. French closes on that one nicely for out number 3. But the Gauchos up early here, 1-0.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 69. That's up.
Here's Riley Reed. The X Factors, Riley and Spencer combined, I think, for 7 hits last game, but she lines out to second there.
Well, I'm ready for the Mythic to make me eat my words. Actually, hold on. Do they know that they're picking their divisions as well?
I thought we like, you came up with that idea on stream. We might not have ever formally announced it, but that information I feel like has been out there. They said yes.
If you had to, I mean, I don't want you to give away your draft strategy. I mean, it doesn't necessarily say when you're gonna. I'm assuming you're not gonna use your first pick to choose your division. But do you have like a preferred? I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say division, because I don't want you to fully sell your plan. But do you have a preferred conference, at least, that you would like to be in?
Rounded a Reed. Jiminy Christmas Reed. Okay. She just freaking lasered that one to first. I'd have been dead against that ball.
All right, so there are. Let's see.
No, that's high.
15 position player rounds.
Yeah, there's 15 rounds. 13 will be actual players. Then one will be the division, and then I guess one will be the slot that they pick in.
Yeah. So
because Josh never actually answered the question I had.
Which was what?
Well, if like, because I think the plan was always that these new teams were going to have a pick like right behind the lottery, but in front of like the losers of the playoffs, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering if the slots were like locked together, like slot 1, in that you get this first pick of the expansion teams in all 3 rounds, or if each 3 round had an independent slot to pick. I guess that
the first, because that's where there's only 15 rounds.
Right. Yeah, I backed into that after seeing it. Like, there's only 15 rounds.
I think it is worthwhile. I'll go ahead and make a note in the expansion draft for them to know that they are choosing in the position player round. They will, at some point, they will need to choose the division that they're going to play in, as well as the draft pick. Which I think, I mean, I love that idea.
Yeah, that was a great idea you had.
I think it's so funny, and I can't believe that Josh is willing to go along with it. So basically, Chrome, the way it's going to work is that there are 15 position player rounds and there are 8 pitcher player rounds. So for the 8 pitcher player rounds, you will obviously be selecting the pitchers. But for the position player round, you instead will actually be at any point in that draft, you can decide to, instead of taking a player, choose either the division that you're going to be in or choose which of the 4 slots that you will draft from. So will you draft from, let's see, what would it be?
9th.
9, 29, 49, 69. Is that the way that works?
No, there's only 3 rounds.
9, 29, 49. Will you draft from 10, 30, 50? That's going to be a tie ball game here, so on and so forth.
Because they won't have compensatory picks. Whereas, like, the pre-existing teams will have the opportunity to get the retirement picks.
Well, that's big as we go off on tangents. It's tough to fully call these games in the moment the entire time.
That one's through the right side. Runner's going to stay put at third, though, and the bases will be loaded for the Vikings. And here is Riley Reed.
I mean, Marge, you said yourself that you're not expecting to win this game, so we're just going up on tangents.
Uh-oh. A good recovery by Walker. And that one is going to get down into the left, and that will clear the bases. And the Vikings will have a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. And that will do it for Cartman. In comes Starfire. And it's especially hard because I haven't compiled any stats for the playoffs yet, so I don't have like something to like turn to like tie directly into the game. Up the middle, Billups knocks it down, but the throw is not in time. And here is Miyuki.
Especially if we anticipate a 6-game stream, although this one will be 5 at most.
So those X factors once again coming through in the clutch here for the Vikings.
Listen, I'm not saying I know this league, but I'm saying I know this league, you know? Especially the Vikings. I know the Vikings because they know every square inch of the Dragons. I have won one time in the past 3 seasons against the Vikings.
So a bit of a hill to climb for the Gauchos as we start the fourth, and Brutus Banger flies out to right. This one's foul as well. Grounded first, Deputy will take it herself for round number 2. And here is Sophia Billups. Sophia. I can't roll my ins or my R's.
That and bit blot. Just get me into a tizzy.
And that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Barnstormer, and we'll go bottom 4. Banger scoops that one up and will take it himself for round number 1.
What's the Serpent Skulls ball players division?
That's the Novas. Two and two the count to Judd Fringe, and he pops this one up. Under it will be Hex. She makes the catch, round number 2. And strike 3 called. Poodle Starfire rings him up there to end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Serps, Bombers, High Rollers gets a new division name. Or, no.
Oh.
Yes, Bombers, High Rollers, Serpents gets a new division. No. Yes. I'm confused. Yes, it does. Yeah, they get a new division name. Phenoms will be Angels, Unicorns, Wildcats, and a new team. And then the Walkers, Dragons, Gauchos, Wrongfielders is going to have a new division name. Those will probably be decided by league office. The Death Division. No, we can't do that.
That's down into the gap. That could be a run. Williams finally up with it, but the runner's going to round third, head for home, and it's 4-2 now.
Slowly but surely, you know, it's not going to come all at once. Didn't y'all nerf yourselves by not making postseason?
Flare out into left, and Williams will make the catch.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3.
I gotta say, in terms of league nerf concerns, I don't know if the Serpents are anywhere near that.
And that will do it. Another run comes home for the Gauchos, makes it a 4-2 ball game as we enter the bottom of the 5th.
Death metal.
The first baseman, number
2-run buffer. They've already gotten into the bullpen. Just need long at bats now for the Vikings to really get them down. Oh no, Gage Deputy injury. Gage Deputy injury.
Uh-oh. Tweet
Each
groin.
groin. I don't remember if that's okay. Oh, what did I just do? Get out of full screen mode.
That's, I think, 2 games, maybe 3. That could be a big factor.
Page Iron Ball Deputy. If she stays in.
Tweet groin is tier 2, so that'd be 2 games.
And only 1 game if she stays in.
Yes.
the left fielder, number 21.
Oh, Amir Williams again! And that one's into the bullpen. The run returns, and it's 5-2.
Amir Williams has crushed a couple of home runs tonight.
He has been on it this series.
Now pitching, number 56.
And early, I mean, get in Jay Carter for sure, but Starfire doesn't really last that long.
Here, would you take over for just a second? Someone is at my door.
Yeah. Why doesn't it work for you, Chrome? It never works for you. I don't know why.
The third baseman,
Or wait, yeah, Chrome, you're following on Twitch, right? Hefty Weeb will come in for Gage Deputy, so she will miss 2 games if the Gauchos were to come back here. Or like actually, regardless of whether or not the Gauchos come back here, she will return for game 2 of the Super Series if the Vikings were to advance, because that counts as a break. Up the middle, Brutus Banger will be aboard. Yeah, it even works for lasers.
now batting, the right fielder, number 40.
Right side, that should be caught by Marshall and is for the second out. No, because even if there is no game 5, it still counts as a rest game, which is why Tailwind came back early for you in the conference, is because even though, well, if your series with the Knights had not gone 3, Tailwind would have come back when he did anyways, because that game 5 or that game 3 in each series to still count as a rest game. As that one is up the middle, runner's gonna thought about going to 3. Brutus Banger will stay at second.
The catcher, number 24.
Runner takes off, and it's in the dirt, easily going to make it. So now the Gauchos, runners at second and third, 2 gone. Popped up. Settling underneath it is Spencer Reed and makes the grab. So the Gauchos with a great opportunity, not able to convert. Reed, Meeky, and Marshall do up for the Vikings.
I have returned.
Second baseman,
Yeah, so I was clarifying to Marge that the reason why Deputy would be back for game 2 is because game 5, even if this Vikings win here, would be counted as a rest game.
Right.
You want me to put that in the chat? And,
Yeah, that'd be great.
now batting, the catcher, number 45. Now batting, the right fielder, number 30.
2 down here in the bottom of the 6th, and that is popped up behind home plate.
He's out.
That'll be caught by Walker for round number 3, and we'll go to the top of the 7th in a 5-2 ball game. 9 outs away for the Vikings from cementing themselves in the Super Series with the High Rollers. Actually, I'm going to go on a limb and say fairly certainly that we would have a first. We'd have a rematch of a regular season game. The Vikings and the High Rollers played in interleague week. And the High Rollers won on a walk-off home run from Becky Foe. Won that game, I think, 3-2 or 4-3. But they do have to get by this game. Gauchos have 2 aboard here in the top of the 7th. It's 1 swing territory for Neon Dion. I don't know, it's just there. It's just ruminating. It also helps that I called like 90% of the games this season. But that's a line shot to Weed. He makes the snag. Gauchos have to come through here with a run or 2. Joe Butts will come in for relief.
No, inside.
And Biscuit into right center, not deep enough to leave the park, but that will allow the runner to tag. Advance 90 feet. For Athena Hex 0 for 3.
Man, this is the second injury for the Vikings this postseason.
1-2 to Hex. Dribbler down the third base line. Hex is fast. Joe Butts the throw in time. Joe Butts making the play in the nick of time, keeping the Gaucho silent in the top of the 7th. We'll go bottom half. 2-3-4 due up.
Oh, we're gonna need a call up tonight if the Gauchos come back here. Oh, it's all. Thank you, Haley. Hay is on top of it. Not with that attitude. Not with that attitude, Marge.
Nice strikeout there by Carter. He's locked in. 3 strikeouts through 2 innings for him. That's a grounder to Banger. Banger will throw it to Carter, who covers in time. Round number 3, top of the 8th we go. Still a 5-2 ball game. Banger, Colin, and Billups due up. And Billups into right center, tracking back at the wall. It's gone! It just ekes over the fence in right center, and Banger makes it 5-3.
What did I tell you, Marge? Not with that attitude.
Just ekes it over.
The right fielder, number 40. Nope, inside. Ball, that's inside. Nope, that's inside.
And a quick 3-0 count to Colin. That curveball finds zone. And as does the screwball, he battles back to strike out him. Battle back from 3-0 to 3-3 and rings up Colin 1 away. Popped up into center. French is there, and he will make the catch route number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, Number 24.
And just so that everybody is on the same page as well, because we're currently talking about this in the expansion draft chat. Season 8 probably won't start until February. Give everybody the winter break off. Like, let's all spend time with families and all that. And that way, the draft probably, I believe most of off-season action will happen in January. And I believe February 2022 is the ideal start date.
Yeah, and just a reminder, this stream will conclude this week. We will have minors playoffs go live on maybe Friday, then Saturday. We'll have the final games of the actual Swiss style tournament play out, and then we'll also release the first 4 games of the final bracket. So maybe release those Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. Then the league will be completely off on Thanksgiving week. And then we will live stream the final 3 games of the Minors Championship on Monday, the week after Thanksgiving, and then Tuesday and Wednesday will be the Super Series.
Lasers, don't make that joke. Hay has actually been running the team since the start, and she's been doing a phenomenal job running the Vikings. So none of that business. And then Elder, yeah, it's very important that we all take a break, especially Whitney, take a break for the holiday. Not even think about the league during Christmas. Take a time to be thankful before what will be an absolutely banger season 8 with 4 new teams entering the league. It's going to be crazy. And speaking of crazy, Vikings are 3 outs away from erasing the sins of last season.
Riley Reed, backhanded play in time for round number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 35. That's inside.
That'd be great, Puppet.
That's up the middle. Reed dives for it,
no, too fast.
but not going to be in time. So the tie and run is at the plate in Neon Dion.
Do they sub here? They
They
will,
do.
because Peterson. One swing away from it. It's Shaka. But we're one swing away from a tie game.
They do bring in a bat with a lot of power here for Shaka. Cuz Peterson, a 1-1 count. A dribbler to second. Butts dives for it. Comes up empty, but Reed backs him up nicely. Gets out at first, round number 2. And Miranda Biscuit holds the Gaucho season in her very hands. 1-2 out here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss there, 0-1.
This is not going to be a one-swing game here at Biscuit.
A high fly ball into center field, but here we are in Shaka, and George French will make the catch for round number 3, and the Vikings are going to play the High Rollers in the Season 7 Super Series.
Well, a fantastic season for March. Again, no one expected the Gauchos. I think we expected the Gauchos to make postseason. We did not expect the Gauchos to dethrone the Knights, demolish the Moonshots, and they took a game off of the Vikings here as well. Really, Marge, the turnaround that his team has done, especially considering seasons 5 and 6 for the Gauchos, really, really excited to see where the Gauchos are heading. And as someone whose team will be facing the Gauchos, I'm not looking forward to it, because the Gauchos are going to be a force to reckon with in the heroic. Marge getting his first ever postseason win. The Gauchos getting their first ever postseason win this season as well. So, you gotta applaud them for that. But the Vikings up 2-0 in the series in season 6 and getting reverse swept. And this season, running the gauntlet and emerging from all of this with a 7-2 record. They dropped 2 games this entire postseason run from wild card to now, and they have a date in the postseason with the High Rollers. I don't think any of us were expecting this. I am so excited to see what this Super Series is going to look like. This is so cool.
And once again, it's a reverse chalk. Both 4 seeds are making it to the Super Series. Let's take a final look. Gauchos out-hit the Vikings 10-8, but come up on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 3 hits for Brutus Banger had the home run, 2 hits for Billups, and 3 from Yoshida. 8 hits sniped by the Vikings, a pair from Freishak, as well as Williams, who had a home run, and Riley Reed, the bases clearing double, the difference in the game. Cartman with 4 of those earned runs, unfortunately. 2 too many. He gets the loss. Starfire, 1 earned through 2, and Carter, no earned through 3 1/3, punching out 4. Barnstormer gets the win, 2 earned through 6 1/3, and Joe Butt getting the save, 1 earned through 2 2/3. Your MVP is Brutus Banger, followed by Riley Reed and Amir Williams. And that will do it for us tonight. It's going to be the Vikings and the High Rollers in a best-of-7 Season 7 Super Series starting on November 30th. Thank you all for
2 weeks.
tuning in. Thank you, Fizek, for joining the call. Congratulations to everyone involved. Good seasons, as we've mentioned, for the Gauchos and the Unicorns. They have bright futures. But also congratulations to Donut and to Hay, as they have finally broken through for their organizations, and we will crown ourselves a new champion. Well, that's going to do it for us. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see y'all later.